Alright, what is up YouTube? Today I'm going to be doing a comparison of three microphones. The Blue Spark Digital, the Blue microphone Yeti, which is this bad boy right here, and the Audix OM5, which is right here, which is what I'm using and you're hearing me on right now. The blue microphones are condenser microphones. The OM5 from Audix is a dynamic microphone. So to get started, let's just talk about that. The difference between condenser and dynamic is that the condenser microphone has a powered element. Basically, it has a thin piece of plastic that's covered either by nickel or copper. From what I understand, there might be other materials out there. And as it vibrates, it produces electric signal, which is then pushed towards into your computer or whatever amplifier that you're using. The dynamic microphone works on a magnet, where the magnet, as the sound hits the audio signal, hits the magnet, it moves, producing electricity that way. So powered microphone, condenser powered, needs a power supply in order to pick up any sound. The dynamic microphone does not. So the condenser microphone therefore is a lot more sensitive, which hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate a little bit for you guys right now. I'm going to go ahead and go into this scene so you guys can see what I'm actually doing also, based off of the sound levels. So right now I've got the OM5. This is like I said, a dynamic microphone. It is a hypercardioid. So the different types of signal type or signal pickups, the most used is probably a cardioid. A cardioid comes out in sort of a heart or a cone, like think of an ice cream cone, or even the shape of a microphone, how it's, well, not on these, but a standard microphone starts out skinny, and then it grows out and then cones out on its maximum reach. So the hypercardioid basically brings that wide range very, very narrow. So it's only picking up basically what's coming out of right in front of the microphone. The reason that's great for me as a streamer, I'm also a semi-competitive FPS player, so I do have a mechanical keyboard to help me out with that. And as you can hear it in the background right there a little bit, with the other two microphones I'll show you today, you'll hear that the condenser microphone picks up a lot more background music or background noise. So if you have a good acoustic environment, then maybe a condenser mic is for you. If you don't have a good acoustic environment like myself, which is I'm just in my room, basic room, don't have any audio panels up, just my green screen behind me and my computer in front of me. So I haven't really set this up to absorb a lot of the extra noise. Also, right behind this microphone is my computer, which does have a lot of fans on it. So that the condenser microphones will also pick that up a lot more. One other thing with the OM5 is it is an XLR microphone, which means that the standard amplifier band hookups are for that. Blue microphone does have a XLR to USB changer. It basically, all it does is changes the signal from the XLR cable. You plug the XLR cable into this device, and then it transfers it over into USB. What I actually was able to pick up from my local music or guitar shop was a cable that does it directly to it. It was only like $20. I'm not sure on the actual retail MSRP of this microphone is $265. I was able to pick it up for $160. So go check out your local shops. Hopefully they'll have a deal for you there on that. So this is basically the OM5. As you hear it, this is going to be my new microphone that I'll be using a lot. So then from here we're going to go into the Blue Spark, and then we'll hit up the Yeti final. So stand by about 2 seconds, and I'll be using the Blue Spark. Alright, so microphone number 2, this is the Blue Spark Digital. I don't have it on its stand right now just because I wanted to be able to move it around and everything, and show you guys what was up, and didn't want to put it on the stand or the boom arm. The Blue Spark comes with a very sturdy stand. Excuse me for my stutter there. It comes with a shock-proof or shock-resistant microphone stand already built in, which is really good. A lot of people don't realize that when they're picking up audio from their desktop speakers, a lot of times it isn't just the element picking up the noise, it's the vibration that the speakers are then transmitting to the desk, and then they're going in through the stand and up into the microphone and vibrating the microphone. So with the built-in shock-resistant stand that it comes with, it already is fighting against that, and so then you only have to worry about your audio levels. And with the audio levels, this microphone comes with a focus mode, which right now the focus mode is on. Now we're going to switch it to off. This is a focus mode with off. This is on. It also comes with a volume control and gain control built in on this button with a mute. So for streamers, when you're in a game and you're setting up your levels, you don't always want to have to back out of the whole game to adjust something here and there. This is very convenient, so you can just reach over real quick and adjust the levels. If you need to mute for something, if you know you're about to cough, you can just reach over and push the mute button real quick, and then push it back on when you're ready to go again. So with this is an only a cardioid microphone. There's no adjustments there, unlike the Yeti, which you'll see here in a second. Here is the microphone or the keyboard in the background. Hopefully that came in. So the different levels between this microphone and the other one, hopefully you can tell the difference. The Hyper Cardioid Audix OM5 doesn't pick up that as much as this one does, and that is because of the condenser versus the dynamic microphone. Overall, it's a great microphone. I really enjoy this microphone. I hate to see it go. I'm just not able to use it. The reason being, and I've been in contact with Blue Microphone about this, and I've got the head of their development team's phone number, direct phone number, email, all that stuff. Been dealing with it for months, trying to get it to work because I really wanted to use some Blue microphones. But every time I start my computer, this microphone fails to initialize, and so I have to unplug it and replug it back in. So I had some issues also with the Yeti. I'm just not going to be able to use the Blue microphones, which is unfortunate. Hopefully nobody else has those issues. They did say that the Blue Spark Digital issues I was having were only my issues. So as hard as it kind of is to believe that only one person is having that sort of issue, I have nothing to say that they're lying. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and hope that only my computer is having the issues, and it's not an actual microphone. Doesn't say anything towards the line of microphones. So on to the Yeti. We'll go to there next and show you all the features that the Yeti has. Alright YouTube, final microphone. This is the Blue Yeti you're hearing me on right now. It is a beast of a microphone, which I personally did not like because I originally had the Blue Spark Digital. I was able to set it up on my boom mic and get it right here close to me. With this, you have to buy a special attachment. It does come on the bottom here with a standard boom mic stand threading, but with the way my microphone stand is set up, it's male, not it's female, not male. So I would have had to bought another attachment to get that up there. Plus, it's a very heavy microphone compared to the other two. So obviously, I don't know how my stand. I would have had to tighten everything down. So as soon as I got this microphone, I liked it, but it just picks up everything. So just to show you real quick in the background, that is my keyboard going on. If I have my headphones on and the volume's up too loud, it's going to pick up a double sound from what's coming out of my computer and what is coming out of my headphones. So it does have 4 settings. I would say that the Yeti is by far the most versatile microphone that I've ever used, and probably the most versatile on the Blue microphone line of microphones. This is set up, like, again, solely for USB. Has a microphone plug here in the bottom of it, right here next to, I'm sorry, the stand's in the way, right here next to the boom stand screw, and on the back of it, it has your gain control right here on the back. Hopefully you guys can still hear me pretty good. Plus it has four different four different levels or variations of what you can get out of it. So I'll just go through the booklet here that comes with it. It comes with a stereo mode, which stereo mode is, think of a 180 degree half circle. So the stereo mode is made for picking up a group or an instrument in front of yourself. So you're playing acoustic guitar. That's mainly what the stereo mode's for. It has the cardioid, which we explained earlier. Cardioid is mainly supposed to be picking up in front of you, which is what it's set on now. It also comes with an omnidirectional. Omnidirectional means that it's going to pick up everything. So instead of that half circle being in front of it, that half circle now is on top of it, and it's going to be covered. Basically anything that's making noise in your room or your studio, it's going to get picked up. Or the bidirectional, which maybe if you're doing an interview, a bidirectional would be good for you because it's going to pick up whatever's in front of it and whatever's behind it. So just to go through them real quick, right now it's cardioid. This is the stereo feature right here, and I'll play with this keyboard in the background a little bit. Here is the omnidirectional. This is what's going to pick up everything that you're doing in the room. And here is the bidirectional, which will pick up whatever's in front and whatever's behind. Hopefully you're able to hear a difference between those. I don't want to spend too much time on one microphone. This microphone also, because it's being so big, I had to upgrade my power supply. I was already limited there. So I upgraded my power supply. I don't have any issues with it, but just because it picks up so much noise in my room, it just isn't what I was looking for, isn't what I am looking for. So unfortunately I wasn't able to use it. When I had my earlier power supply, it had problems initializing. Right here I would go to my playback devices, my recording devices, and it would show up and then it would disappear and show up and disappear. Kind of like you're trying to start your car and then your starter's messed up. You're just not getting enough umph to kick over the whole engine. So it was like it recognized it and it wanted to start it up and wanted to use it, but it just wasn't getting enough power, pulling enough power in order to fully use that. So I'm not sure what the wattage ratio on either the Blue Yeti or the Spark is, but definitely make sure it is a factor, especially with the condenser style microphones that do require power in order to work. They are going to be pulling some extra power from your power supply, so keep that in mind. Alright guys, we're back to the OM5. This is my bread and butter. This is the microphone I've decided is going to be my streaming microphone. Hopefully this was somewhat beneficial, even if you only wanted to hear the difference between the microphone levels. Everything was set the same between the microphones. The Blue Yeti, is like I said, is the most versatile of the three. The Blue Spark has some really cool settings also, really cool features that the OM5 just doesn't have. OM5 is just your basic microphone, so it doesn't have any of the quick adjustments like the Yeti or the Spark has. Unfortunately, with the Blue microphone issues that I've had, I just cannot continue with them. Plus, I haven't had the issues with the Yeti since I upgraded my power supply, but just because of how sensitive that microphone is, I'm not going to be able to use it, unfortunately. Hopefully, one of these microphones will work for you. If you have any other questions, feel free to let me know. Like I said, I've been in contact with Blue Microphone for months now, trying to fix the Blue Spark digital issues. So if you have any quick questions about issues you're having, feel free to comment below. I'll get back to you as much as I can and am able to. I will try and help you out. Again, I'm not a representative of Blue Spark or Blue Yeti or anything Blue microphone or OM5 from Audix. I'm just another streamer, YouTuber, so I don't want to steer anybody wrong, but I will help out if I can. So I hope this was educational. Hope you got something out of it, and look forward to more videos like this in the future, more product reviews, unboxings, and such. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for stopping by. Please click follow, like, subscribe, all those good buttons down below if it was any sort of beneficial to you, and hope you take care and have a great day.